Welcome children. Today's topic is image formation by spherical lenses. So spherical lenses mainly are there of two types, convex lens and concave lens. First of all, we have to study about image formation in convex lens. So there are mainly 6 ray diagrams for image formation in convex lens. So first one is when the object is at infinity. Object at infinity. Object at infinity. So first of all, draw a convex lens. Convex lens, and the center of convex lens is called optic center, and draw the principal axis. Principal axis, and here we consider object at infinity. So at a long distance. The object is at infinity. Suppose AB is the object. So whenever object is at infinity, light rays are coming parallel. So I am considering two light rays coming parallel to the principal axis. So this is one light ray. This light ray is coming parallel to the principal axis, and I am considering another one light ray coming from the object parallel to the principal axis. So what will happen when this light rays falls on this convex lens? It may undergo a refraction. So after refraction, this light ray will be passing through a point on the principal axis, and that point is called as which one? Principal focus. This point is principal focus F. Similarly, this light ray also after refraction passes through the focus. So we are getting the image at which point now? At focus. Because the light rays after refraction meeting at a point called the focus on the principal axis. So the image we are getting at which point? At focus. So when our object is at infinity, we are getting the image at focus, and here light rays are actually meeting. That means it may be a real image. So whenever the light rays after refraction are actually meeting, it is called as a real image. So we are getting a real image here, and whenever we are getting a real image, it may be inverted also. Okay. So this image we are getting at focus. Image at focus, and nature of the image is real and inverted. Real and inverted. So whenever the image is real, it may be inverted also. Then what about the size of the image? Size of the image, we can say that it is a point sized image. Here the light rays are meeting at a point. That means the image is point sized, highly diminished. Point sized, highly diminished. Point sized, highly diminished. This is the first case. That is when the object is at infinity. In the case of convex lens, we are getting the image at focus. And what is the size of the image? Point sized, highly diminished. And nature of the image is real as well as inverted. So whenever light rays are actually meeting at a point after refraction, it may be a real image only. And all the real images are inverted. Okay. Now second one. Next is object beyond 2F. Object beyond 2F1. Object beyond 2F1. So first of all, I am drawing a convex lens. Convex lens. Optic center is the center of the convex lens. Then I am drawing a principal axis. Principal axis, and we have the focus here. I told you in the case of lens we have two focus. So one is on the left hand side, one is on the right hand side, and this one I am taking as F1, and this one I am taking as F2. F2, and twice the distance of focal length. We have another one point called center of curvature. So in the case of mirror we are writing as center of curvature, but in the case of lens we are writing as 2F1. So this twice the distance we can mark it as which one? 2F1. Similarly, twice the distance of this one we can mark here as which one? 2F2. So this is 2F2. Clear? Now I told you the object is beyond 2F1. That means object is beyond this one, beyond 2f1. This is a 2f1 and we are marking the object here. So this is the object now. So AB is the object and we are placing the object beyond 2f1 and we are considering two light rays. Already we studied about the rules for drawing ray diagrams and there are so many rules we studied. So in the first one is a light ray passing parallel to the principal axis. Okay, after refraction passes through the focus. So this light ray is passing through focus. Then another one light ray I am taking passing through optic center. So what will happen to that light ray? It may be going without any deviation. So I am taking second light ray. Another one light ray passing through optic center. Optic center. It will not undergo any deviation. That means it may be going straight. So it will not undergo any deviation. It will not undergo any refraction. So it may be going straight like this. And both the light rays are meeting at a point between F2 and 2F2. That means here only we are getting the image. That means we are getting the image between F2 and 2F2. So when the object is beyond 2F1, the image we are getting between F2 and 2F2. So we have taken two light rays here. So one is a light ray passing parallel to the principal axis after refraction passes through the second focus. Then second one, a light ray passing through optic center will not undergo any deviation. It is going straight like this. Clear? And both the light rays are meeting at a point between F2 and 2F2. And size of the image is compared to object, the size is smaller. So diminished. The image is diminished. Then and it is real also, real as well as inverted, because light rays are actually meeting here. So the image is real and all the real images are inverted. So image, the position of image. So image we can write as A dash B dash. We are getting the image below the principal axis. So it is inverted image. So image is between F2 and 2F2. Size of the image is diminished compared to object. So compared to object, size is diminished and nature of the image is real and inverted. Real and inverted. So whenever light rays are actually meeting, we are getting a real image and all real images are inverted, upside down image. So this is the second case. When the object is beyond 2F1, we are getting image between F2 and 2F2. Now third one. Object at 2F1. Object at 2F1. So draw the convex lens. Optic center. Mark optic center and draw the principal axis. Principal axis, and we can mark F1 here. And twice the distance we can mark which one? 2F1. Similarly, this side also we can mark which one? F2. And twice distance we can mark which one? 2F2. 2F2. Here, object is at 2F1. That means we are placing the object at 2F1 itself. So here is the object. So this is the object. Take it as AB. So AB is the object and consider one light ray passing parallel to the principal axis. The light ray is coming parallel to the principal axis after refraction passing through the focus. So this light ray will pass through focus. So a light ray passing parallel to the principal axis after refraction passes through the focus. The second light ray, I am taking a light ray coming from the object passing through optic center. So this light ray is going straight without undergoing any deviation. Okay, this light ray is going straight without undergoing any refraction or any deviation. And both the light rays are meeting at which point? At 2F itself. So we will be getting the image at 2F. So the image is getting at 2F itself, 2F2. So when the object is at 2F1, we are getting the image at 2F2. Okay, so whenever we are keeping the object at 2F1, we are getting the image at to F2. So we have taken two light rays here. So one light ray passing parallel to the principal axis. After refraction passes through the second focus. And another one light ray passing through optic center will not undergo any deviation. And both the light rays are meeting at which point? At 2F2. And size of the image is same as that of the object. Clear? So here image. So image is formed at 2F2. So image is at 2F2. And what about the size of the image? Same as that of the object. Same as that of the object. And nature of the image. Nature of the image is real and inverted. Real and inverted. So here also we are getting the image below the principal axis. That means it may be inverted image. And whenever light rays are actually meeting, it may be which one only? Real image. So we are getting the image at 2F2. Okay. Now fourth one. Now object between F1 and 2F1. Between F1 and 2F1. Object is between F1 and 2F1. So we already studied object beyond 2F1. So when the object is beyond 2F1, we got the image between F1 and 2F1. Now we are keeping the object between F1 and 2F1. Okay. So draw a convex lens. Optic center in principal axis, and we can mark F1, twice the distance we can mark which one? 2F1. Similarly this side F2, and twice the distance we can mark which one? 2F2. Now we are keeping the object between F1 and 2F1. That means between F1 and 2F1. So here we are placing the object. Suppose this is the object AB. So we are placing between F1 and 2F1. So we are considering two light rays. So one light ray passing parallel to the principal axis. After refraction passes through the focus. Light rays passing through the focus. A light ray passing parallel to the principal axis. After refraction passing through the focus. Then another one light ray passing through which one? Optic center. Passing through optic center will not undergo any deviation. It is going straight like this. And both the light rays are meeting at a point beyond 2F2. That means this is 2F2, and beyond 2F2 both the light rays are meeting. So the image we are getting beyond 2F2. Okay. And we are getting the image below the principal axis. That means it may be an inverted image. So take it as A dash, B dash. A dash, B dash is the image. And compared to object, the size of the image is enlarged. So magnified image we are getting. So when the object is between F1 and 2F1, we are getting the image beyond 2F2, and size of the image is enlarged or magnified, and nature of the image is real as well as inverted. So this image is formed beyond 2F2. Beyond 2F2, size of the image is enlarged, nature of the image real and inverted. Real and inverted. So when you are drawing, you have to draw with pencil and scale, then only it may be more clear. Okay. Now fifth one. Object at F1. Object at F1. Okay. So first of all, draw a convex lens. convex lens, optic center, principal axis. Okay. Now we can mark focus here, f1, and twice distance we can mark 2f1, and here we have second focus f2, twice distance we can mark which one, 2f2. Okay. So we are considering an object at which point? At focus. So we have to place the object at this point at focus. So this is the object now. So AB is the object. And consider one light ray passing parallel to the principal axis. Light ray is passing parallel to the principal axis. After refraction passes through the focus. Is passing through focus. Then another one light ray passing through optic center. So first one, a light ray passing parallel to the principal axis. After refraction passing through the focus. Another one light ray passing through which one? Optic center. It will not undergo any deviation. This light ray is going straight. It will not undergo any deviation. So first of all, I have taken a light ray passing parallel to the principal axis. After refraction passing through the focus. And another one light ray coming from the object passing through optic center will not undergo any deviation. And these two light rays are not meeting anywhere. They are not meeting anywhere. That means they may meet at infinity. So since the light rays are going parallel, so after refraction, since the light rays are going parallel, we assume that this image is forming at which point? At infinity. So the image we are getting at infinity, and it may be a highly enlarged image, and nature of the image is real as well as inverted. Okay. So since the light rays are going parallel after refraction, we consider the image is formed at infinity. It may be a highly enlarged image, and nature of the image is real as well as inverted. So this image is formed at infinity. At infinity, and size of the image is highly enlarged. So highly enlarged image we are getting at infinity, and nature of the image is real and inverted. Real and inverted. So in the case of lens, whenever we are getting the image on the other side of the object, this is the side of the object. So whenever we are getting the image on other side of the object, it may be always real image. So here also we are getting the image on the other side. So that is why it is taken as which one? Real. So and all the real images are inverted also. Okay. So in the case of lens, whenever we are getting the image on the other side of the lens, it may be a real image. So when the object is at focus, we are getting the image at infinity. Just opposite of first one. When the object is at infinity, we are getting the image at focus. But here when the object is at focus, we are getting the image at infinity. Now the last condition, last one. The object is between focus and optic center. Sixth one. Object between focus and optic center. The object is between focus and optic center. Last one in the case of convex lens. Okay. So you can draw a convex lens here. Optic center. Mark optic center. Then draw the principal axis. Principal axis. And we are marking focus here. So this is first focus F1. And twice distance we can mark which one? 2F1. And here we can mark F2. And twice distance we can mark 2F2. Okay. And now we are placing the object between F and O. That means F1, focus and optic centers. Here. Somewhere here I am placing. That means here I am placing the object. So this is the object now. So AB is the object. It is placed between focus and optic center. So first of all I am considering a light ray passing parallel to the principal axis, coming from the object parallel to the principal axis. After refraction passing through which point? Passes through the focus. This light ray is passing through focus. Okay. Then I am considering another one light ray passing through which one? Optic center. So this is a light ray passing through optic center, this light ray will not undergo any deviation, that we know. But since these light rays are not meeting anywhere on the second side of the convex lens, but suppose if we are extending this light rays, so I am extending this light ray, suppose we are extending this light ray on the other side, so we can see that the light rays are meeting at a point on the same side of the object itself. So it is not meeting anywhere on the right side. These light rays are not meeting anywhere on the right side. But when we are extending this refracted light rays, they are meeting at a point on the same side of the object. And we can see that we will be getting an enlarged image here. So we will be getting an enlarged image on the same side of the object itself. So these light rays are not meeting anywhere on the other side of the lens, but when we are extending these light rays, they may meet at a point on the same side of the object. And the image is enlarged, A dash, B dash, and the image is formed above the principal axis. That means it may be a virtual erect image. So whenever we are getting an image above the principal axis, that may be a virtual and erect image. And whenever we are getting the image below the principal axis, it may be a real inverted image. Okay. So only in this condition we are getting virtual erect image in case of which one? Convex lens. So the image is formed on the same side of the object. On the same side of object. On the same side of object. And what about size of the image? Enlarged. So we are getting an enlarged image. Enlarged or magnified image on the same side of the object. And what is the nature of the image? Nature of the image is virtual and erect. Virtual and erect. So only in this condition, in the case of convex lens, we are getting which image? Virtual erect image. So what is the condition? When the object is between focus and optic center. So only when the object is between focus and optic center, we are getting virtual image in the case of which lens? Convex lens. Okay. So this is the last condition. Now in the case of which one? Concave lens. So this convex lens, we have how many ray diagrams? 6 are there. In all the 5 ray diagrams, we are getting real inverted image. And only in the last condition, we are getting which one? Virtual image. That is when the object is between focus and optic center. So next is concave lens. Image formation, concave lens. For concave lens, we have only 2 ray diagrams. Okay, so first one is object is at infinity. Object at infinity. Object at infinity. So first of all, draw a concave lens. Concave lens, optic center, mark optic center, then principal axis, and we are considering object at infinity. So at a long distance at infinity. So this is the object AB, and whenever object is at infinity, the light rays are coming parallel to the principal axis. Okay, and we are considering 2 light rays. So this is one light ray coming parallel to the principal axis from the object. This is coming from the object. Similarly, I am taking another one light ray. Another one light ray coming from the object parallel to the principal axis. And whenever light rays are coming parallel to the principal axis, in the case of concave lens, it may undergo which one? Diverging. So this light ray will be diverging. So we can see that this light ray will diverge like this. Clear? Similarly, this light ray also will diverge. But these light rays appear to diverge from a point on the principal axis. That means when I am extending this one, this may meet at a point here. So when these light rays are extended, these light rays will meet at a point here, and this point is called as which one? Principal focus. Okay, F1. Take it as F1. That means the light rays coming parallel to the principal axis after refraction appears to diverge from a point on the principal axis. That means light rays are appearing to meet at a point at which point? At focus. So that means we are getting the image at which point? At focus. Okay. So when the object is at infinity, the light rays are coming parallel, and these light rays after refraction appears to diverge from the principal focus. That means the image we are getting at which point? At focus. But it is not a real image because these light rays are not actually meeting here. So they are appearing to meet at which point? At focus. That means it is not a real image. It may be a virtual image. And what is the size of the image? It is point size only. So we are getting a point here. That means point size the highly diminished image, and it is a virtual as well as erect image. Okay, and all virtual erect images are getting in front side of the lens, that is in the side of the object. So in the case of the lens, whenever we are getting the image on the same side of the object, it may be a virtual erect image. So here image is formed at which point? At focus. So the image we are getting at focus, but it is not a real image. Now what about the size of the image? Point sized highly diminished. Point sized highly diminished. Point sized highly diminished image. And what is the nature of the image? Nature of an image, I told you it is not at all a real image. So it may be a virtual erect image. The image is virtual as well as erect. Okay. So when the object is at infinity, the image we are getting at which point? At focus. And what is the size of the image? Point size is the highly diminished, and nature of the image is virtual erect. Then only one more condition for which one? Concave lens. Now second condition, object between optic center and infinity. So this is the second and the last condition case of concave lens, because in the case of concave lens we have only two ray diagrams. So first of all, draw a concave lens. Concave lens. So mark optic center and draw the principal axis. Optic center, principal axis, and we can mark focus somewhere here. Focus F1, and here also we have second focus F2. And I told you object is between optic center and infinity. That means it may be anywhere. So infinity means somewhere here I am taking infinity. So this object is between optic center and infinity. So it can be anywhere between optic center and infinity. So I am taking somewhere here as the object. So this is the object. So AB is the object. Okay. And consider one light ray passing parallel to the principal axis. Okay. Light ray passing parallel to the principal axis. After refraction, we know what will happen. So this light ray will be diverging. So after refraction, light ray will diverge, but appears to diverge from which point? From the focus. Okay. So a light ray passing parallel to the principal axis after refraction appears to diverge from which point? From focus. Now we are considering another one light ray coming from the object passing through optic center. So consider one light ray passing through optic center. It will not undergo any deviation. A light ray passing through optic center will not undergo any deviation. It is going straight like this, and we can see that both the light rays are meeting at a point here. So first one is a light ray passing parallel to the principal axis. After refraction, it may be diverging, but appears to diverge from focus. So I have extended this line here. And similarly, second line is a light ray passing through optic center will not undergo any deviation, and both these light rays are meeting at a point here. So we are getting the image between focus and optic center. Okay. So it is a very small image, A dash, B dash. So it is a diminished image. The image is diminished as well as it may be virtual and erect, because we are getting the image above the principal axis. That means the image is virtual and erect as well as diminished, and we are getting between optic center and focus. So image is formed between optic center and focus. Optic center and focus in the same side of the object. Between optic center and focus in the same side of the object. Then what is the size of the image? Diminished. Size is diminished. And what is the nature of the image? Virtual and erect. Virtual and erect. So in the case of concave lens, we have only two ray diagrams. First one is object is at infinity. The image will be forming at focus. Nature of the image is virtual and erect. And second one is object is between optic center and infinity. The image we are getting between focus and optic center. The size of the image is diminished and nature is virtual and erect. So in the case of concave lens, always it form virtual and erect image. And also size of the image is diminished. When the object is at infinity, the image is point sized. And here also, when the object is between optic center and infinity, at that time also we are getting which one? Diminished image. So always we are getting diminished as well as virtual erect image in the case of which lens? Concave lens. Okay. So remaining portions in the next video.